everybody! So today's video, I'm going to be addressing some common makeup habits that could be making you look tired. Personally, I've noticed that as I get older, I'm starting to age the same way that my mom is, and so I've been having to take steps to address those issues. So I've gathered a few products up, and I'm going to give you some tips on things that you can do in your daily makeup routine that aren't going to be that big of a difference from what you're probably already doing, but they can really help liven your face and help you keep that youthful appearance. Speaking of being livened up, I'm going to need another one of these. Okay, so before you even put your makeup on, it is so important to moisturize. The older you get, the more your skin is going to dry out, and if you don't have moisturized skin, then it's really going to enhance any fine lines and wrinkles that you have. So you can get pretty much any facial moisturizer. It's really good to get a facial moisturizer rather than just a standard body moisturizer, because the ones for your face are more gentle. The skin on your face is more sensitive than the skin on your body. So it's really important to get one that's intended specifically for the face. Now you can get a drugstore product or you can get a high-end product. I kind of just switch back and forth. I feel like once I use a certain product for a certain amount of time, then it stops having as much effect. So I like to alternate. Currently, I am using the Perricone MD Cold Plasma Moisturizer, and this is specifically intended as an anti-aging moisturizer. I really like this. It's very thin and it doesn't leave a film on my face. The only thing I don't like is it smells like fish. I don't know why, but it smells like fish. It's really nice though when it goes on your skin. I like the way it feels. The smell fades after a minute or two. So first step, before you even consider putting makeup on, you need to moisturize your face. After you're moisturized, the next thing you need to consider is how much powder you're putting on your face. Some people don't even use powder, but if you do powder your face, do not over powder. The more you over powder, the more it's going to accentuate any dryness in your skin. Ideally, you just want enough powder to absorb any excess oil that's on your face and give you that nice matte appearance, but any additional powdering is just going to sit on top of your face and kind of create a texture on your face, and you really want that smooth look versus being able to see the texture on your face. So the powder that I use is, once I put my concealer on, I use a translucent powder just to set that, but the actual face powder that I've been using is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium, and it's a pressed powder, and it's just very, very fine, and I just use a large powder brush just to apply that to the oilier areas of my face. Okay, we're going to talk about concealer for a minute. Everybody's skin has an undertone, so whether you are fair-skinned, dark-skinned, you have a medium or an olive tone, no matter what, you're still going to have an undertone in your skin, and it's going to be either warm, cool, or neutral. I'm kind of a mix between a warm and a neutral, so it's really important that you identify what your undertones are. That way you can pick out the right color concealer. Because if you're using an under eye concealer that has the wrong undertone, that's really going to bring out the dark circles under your eyes. So even though you're concealing them, they're still going to stand out. So it's really important to identify that. If you go into like MAC or Sephora or Ulta, they can help you identify your skin tone and show you some products. They can show you high-end products. They can show you drugstore products that will work for your skin. Me, I like to use a lighter color concealer under my eyes because I feel like it helps liven up my under eye area. You can use a concealer that's the same color as your skin, or you can use a lighter one. I would not recommend using a darker one. Which brings me to my next point, having a monotone face. If you want to look more awake and more alive, you need to define some different areas on your face. And one way of doing that is highlighting and contouring, which can get a little intimidating for some people if you're not used to doing that kind of thing, or if you feel like you're not very skilled with makeup and you're still a beginner, anything like that. A lot of people don't like to highlight and contour because it's scary to them. But you can still add some color and dimension to your face without going balls out on the highlighting and contouring. So the number one thing that I would recommend for everybody, no matter if you are wearing minimal makeup or a lot of makeup, I would recommend wearing a bronzer. This bronzer is my favorite right now. It has the two different colors of bronzer, and it helps blend it in better so that it doesn't look like you have these brown spots on your face. You can use the darker one to define the areas and then use the lighter color to help blend it out. So this bronzer is not just this bronzer, but any bronzer I would recommend for everybody. Anytime you're gonna wear makeup, I would recommend wearing a bronzer because you can add dimension to your cheeks, you can add dimension to your forehead, your jawline, your nose, whatever you wanna do. Another way to add color to your face is by blush. And this is just a matte blush by MAC. This is in the color Peaches, and this is actually what I'm wearing today. This helps give you a more youthful, flushed, healthy appearance. So no matter what color blush you're wearing, I would always recommend just putting a little bit just right on the apples of your cheeks. As far as highlighting, it's not necessary. It's kind of something, it's just like one of those extra steps you don't have to do on a daily basis, but I like to do it just because I'm obsessed with makeup and I like to wear a full face of makeup pretty much every day. So if you're gonna highlight, the best areas to do it are right here in a C shape, just above your eyebrow, kind of on your temple, and then down here on the top of your cheekbone, and that will add some light and some dimension to your cheeks and will help you look more awake. Okay, the next common habit that a lot of people have with makeup that's making them look tired is not using an eye primer. Now, I have had so many people come to me and ask me about my eyeliner, and when I go to work, occasionally, because of what I do for a living, I have to be in physical confrontations, and it's like every time that happens, people will say, what the heck kind of makeup are you wearing? I need to know what eyeliner you're wearing because you just fought somebody and it didn't move. So tell me what you're wearing. And so it's not just the eyeliner that I'm wearing, it's the fact that I have an eye primer underneath so it doesn't budge. The only way to get it off is with makeup remover. And so when you wear an eye primer, basically what that's gonna do is just, if you're just gonna go about your day, just go to work, not fight anybody, and just do normal stuff, just run errands, whatever. Just a regular eye primer is just gonna keep your eyeliner still. And another thing that it helps with is oil control on your eyelids. I don't know about you guys, but I have pretty oily eyelids. And so what that's gonna do, not just help your eyeliner, but help your mascara to not leak into the under eye area. Because if you have black makeup or dark makeup and it comes onto this lower area right here, it's gonna look like you're still wearing last night's makeup. And that can definitely make you look tired or hungover. So definitely I would, especially if you have oily eyelids, I would recommend an eye primer. The one that I've been using almost on a daily basis right now is this Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer. Really like this a lot. It's pretty thin, it spreads out well. And another one of my favorites is the MAC Paint Pot, and this is in the color Painterly, and this is kind of just my go-to. Kind of going along that same theme, if you have oily eyelids and you don't want to spend the money on an eye primer, something I could recommend would be a waterproof mascara. This is Maybelline The Rocket, and I really like this mascara because it keeps your eyelashes curled really well, which I actually mentioned this in my last video, my mascara video. So with a waterproof mascara, that's going to prevent it also from coming onto the lower eye area. And so if you have oily eyelids and you have that problem, you don't want to spend the money on an eye primer, go ahead and get yourself some waterproof mascara. Another tip that I would give to anybody that wants to keep from looking too tired is avoiding gray eyeshadow when you have under eye bags. I've noticed that gray eyeshadow, not just on me, but on anybody, it will bring out the gray undertones in your skin as well. And so if you're looking tired, go ahead and avoid that gray eyeshadow and try to stick to a neutral color. One thing that I would recommend is the Naked 2 palette. It is a ton of different neutral shadows. I had this one for a while. Obviously it's rode hard and put up wet, but the thing I like about this palette is you can use just about any color, just one single color on your lid, and that can really complete a look. But of course you can mix the colors as well. So really like this palette for neutrals. It's a good thing to stick with when you have under eye bags or you have puffy skin from being tired or dehydrated. So definitely a recommendation. Another thing is kind of along the same theme as with the mascara. making sure that you use a waterproof if you have the oily eyelids, since it'll leak onto your lower eye area. Another recommendation is to use a nude colored eyeliner pencil on your lower waterline. A lot of times if you use a darker color on your lower waterline, what that will do is, of course, come onto your lower eye area. And also if you have puffiness on your under eye, then the dark eyeliner on your lower waterline will really enhance that. So I would recommend using a nude color, and this really will brighten up your eyes. And another thing along that same line is to use eye drops. A lot of people don't even really think about it. I see people walking around with red eyes all the time. I'm like, just use some eye drops. It helps wake you up. And it helps your eyes just feel better. So eye drops will help immensely. It's gone. Okay, my final tip is actually for people, women, men, whatever, around my age, late 20s. Your skin's gonna start to show some signs of aging and get some dark spots and possibly some aging spots, and the scarring on your skin is really gonna show once your skin is not as hydrated naturally as it is when you're younger. So one thing that I tried and is actually working really well for me is to use a brightening cream or a brightening serum. This one is from Sephora. I actually featured it in my very first video. It was a collective haul. I'll put the link down below for you. But this is the ultimate brightening serum from Sephora. And basically what this does is it somehow actually brightens your skin. I've noticed that my skin is more of an even tone in general. My skin is smoother. It's gotten rid of some of the, for some reason I have like just a couple darker spots like right here on my cheeks, and those have faded. And I've only been using it for maybe 6 weeks now on a daily basis, and it smells great, and I wake up with a nice refreshed feeling face. I basically, when I'm getting ready to go to bed, I'll take off all my makeup and then I'll put this on all over my face and then down my neck, and it's really helping. Now I notice when I go without makeup or when I wash my face, my skin just looks healthier and more youthful. So if you feel like you're starting to see some signs of aging, this is a non-drastic, non-intrusive way to help your skin look more alive and more youthful. Okay guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to click subscribe as well. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave them in the comment box, or if you have any suggestions for videos that you might like to see, go ahead and leave that in the comment box as well, and I would be happy to consider it. So thanks so much for watching. Bye!